Good morning. It's Labor Day. You know what I meant to do? I'm 75 years old. I don't totally know exactly what Labor Day is all about, except everybody gets off work. Is it about letting off the workers? I gotta read about it on Google. I'll do that after I film. Okay, I'm working on my little bar stool. I finished. Oh God, I'm sorry. I just knocked over my paint. That's my top and the little stripes, the stately stripes on the side. Very cute. And now I'm working on the legs. And yes, I was going to show you kind of how I've done this. Besides knocking over paint, this table is like a really big time work where you can saw on it and do all kinds of things that guys who have workshops do. And I got it because I needed a different level for painting. And anyway, it's not level, so things will fall over on it. This is what I'm doing with my little legs. I measured up, and it actually worked out to be exactly 8 inches where I wanted my little royal squares. They're going to come up the bar stool legs this tall. Then I'm going to have a little stripe. And the way I did it, I measured the 8 inches, and then I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because it's a rectangle, and I need 13 for it to start with the black and end with the black. Okay? And then there's these legs kind of turn. They're kind of a half circle or of sorts. And so I divided it into 3 sections. It ended up being 5/8 inch for each section this way, and then 5/8 inches this way. So now it makes my nice little squares, royal squares. I marked them off with my with my ruler that you can't see because it's clear, but it's got black letters so I can see it on white. And I just draw my lines. And then coming across this way, I use a little piece of cardboard, which I'm going to do one. I'm going to have above the royal squares, I'm going to have a stately stripe. A stripe that goes all the way around the leg this way. And I just put the cardboard on there, curve it around, and then I'm going to do 3 inches of some color green. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to stop it there. So I put my mark that's going to be green, and then this is going to be 4 inches of a flower. And I think I'm going to do my big tulip. A flower that I'm going to do there. I'm going to stop there, and then above that it's going to be some blue with the little celestial circles that look like clouds above the flower. And I'm not sure I'll do the very top. So I work my way up, and as my little head tells me what to do, I do it. And now I'm going to start painting with Martha Stewart's Beetle Black, and I'm going to start the squares. I may pause for a minute while I get set up for that. Okay, bye. I've gotten all the way around with the royal squares on the legs, and I've done the embellishing with the black paint, and I decided to go with the putty. For some reason, I don't like the way the white looks on the top of the bar stool, so I'm going to go over it with this putty. But that's what I'm using. I'm going to finish embellishing with the putty on this last leg. Remember, we looked up embellishment. I've been calling this stuff that for years, I thought I knew what it meant, and I pretty much knew what it meant, but it just means adding to something, adding a decoration, adding some more interest, something to make it more beautiful. So that's what embellishing is, and that's what I do. I don't do it always. Sometimes I leave them really stark, black and white. Just depends on my honestly, my mood is the truth. Okay, I'm all done with that. Now I still have to paint the insides of the legs here. And I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet, but it's going to be a color, bright color, and whether I leave it or stripe it or dot it, or I don't know, but it'll just come along. And now I decided to do this stripe here, and I think this brush is too small. I think I need a different brush. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this may be a little longer than what I need, but I mean a little wider, but I don't need one that narrow, so if my stripe goes a little wider, it's okay. This is just going to be a color that divides the checks from the green I'm going to do. And the green is going to represent grass. My little tulip. It won't necessarily look like grass, but it's going to be green. And I smudged a bit, so we'll just get the Q-tip and fix that. Okay, that's good. And I know you can't really see, sorry, this table. Anyway, let me just turn it up where you can see the yellow. See that? And I'm going to go all the way around the stool. I tell you what, I had it propped up, but I still have to leave it propped up because all that paint that I've just done is still drying. And I'm really bad about not letting things dry because I'm always in such a hurry to get things done. And sometimes I mess up and turn it too fast or touch it too fast or try to cover over it too fast. But you learn as you go. And this is something I started almost 6 years ago, but everything I'm doing I've taught myself. I never had an art lesson. I never painted in my life before I turned 70 years old. But I'm telling you, I love it. And I have time to do it, you know. Not everybody has that luxury. I understand that. But I don't work. All my children are grown and gone. So this is what I'm doing. And now you can see what I'm doing there. Okay, I think I'll stop and come back in a bit. Now I'm going to paint the green. You know, I probably should have painted the green before I did the yellow. I usually do that. We'll just see if I can go down and not make a mess. And I'll probably make a mess. And then I'll just have to go fix it. Now, I'll tell you this, I'm not using acrylics right now, so this paint's not so forgiving. If I make a mistake, it's a lot more trouble to fix because I think I'm going to get my really sharp brush to go down to the edge of that yellow. Here we go, let's see. I just don't want to go onto the yellow, but I want it to meet it. Okay, that's good. I'll just do around the yellow with this brush and then finish up with the other brush. And the way I paint, nothing's exact anyway, so it's not really a huge deal, but you know, I'm kind of like a little kid. I'd like to stay in the lines if I can. So this is going to be like the grass underneath my big tulip that I'm going to paint. I've done this design, well, sort of, this design on a beautiful little demi-lune table that I painted it. If you watch the slideshow, towards the end, showed my little table. I painted that to get auctioned off at Pause for Life up in Clayton, Georgia. They do every summer. And it was, I have to say, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever painted. As far as just beautiful. Okay, so now that's what I'm going to do, the other 3 legs, and go from there.